Do you think that men or women that date men that are unattractive, sometimes they date those men or they feel like those men treat them a whole lot better just because they are attractive? I'm an
Mhm,
unattractive man. I'm
mhm,
dating you, right?
mhm.
I'm gonna put you up on a pedestal. I understand that you're attractive, and I feel like myself, I'm unattractive. You feel like I'm unattractive. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna put you on a pedestal and put up with a lot more of you than a dude who has options or is deemed attractive. Do you think that that's accurate, or what's your thoughts on that? If that
Yeah,
makes
of
sense, what
course.
I just said.
I think I would say mostly bad. Um,
Damn.
I struggle to find an in between. So it's either the dude says something that's like super reckless, and it's like really like you had to make the date that bad, or you might find someone who is nice per se, but I don't feel like
Mhm.
the attraction is always there. Like we just don't vibe quite well.
When you say attraction, you mean the vibe just doesn't turn out right, or you just will you go out on
Um
do you go out on dates with people you're not attracted to physically? Are you do you do that?
I have. I'm learning to not do that because I'm a
What?
person who believes that attraction doesn't grow over time for me. Other people feel like it can. I think that from the moment that I meet someone, I know if I'm attracted to you. If I'm not attracted to you physically, it's not going to grow. But I have taken advice from people who said, maybe don't take that outlook. That could be a little superficial. So I've tried and it doesn't work. I feel like it's very forced when I try to go on dates with people I'm not attracted to.
Have you gone on multiple dates with people you're not attracted to? When I say multiple with the same
Ah.
person. Yeah.
I have done that before, yes.
Why, Tanisha? Why?
Because I wanted to see if it would grow over time. And I know it's probably not a good thing to do because they would be really, really nice people, like very cool people. But I realized that people like that, I probably need to have them as friends. But I still try because, I don't want to be in a situation where it's like, well, you only pick the bad guys because they look good. So I really do try, but it doesn't work out in most cases.
Do you believe men and women can be friends?
Yeah,
You do?
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think so. You don't seem like
Hell
you're
nah.
buying it.
Hell
Girl,
nah. No.
why
Negative. Not
not?
at all. So here's the thing, right? Do you think that these ugly dudes, I'm not gonna say, let
Mhm,
me stop. These men that you weren't attracted to,
mhm.
do you think that they would have been cool being friends with you?
I don't think it would have been their top choice, but I think they would learn to accept it. But I do think that they would have been friends with some distance. I don't think that we could be like very close friends. It would just kind of be more of a cordial, hey, checking in, how are you? More of like an associate type of thing.
They would have learned to accept it, Tanisha.
Yeah. I've had that happen before.
And you think that he was being you don't think that's disingenuous?
How? Oh, you mean on his side of things?
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure. I would say, and I've had one situation like this where the person, they liked me for a while and it wasn't going there at all, but we really were good friends. And so over time we became friends, and then I would meet the people he dated and we had like that type of friendship. Now, do I think that if I ever decided one day to be like, I think I want to pursue this romantically, would he be open to it? Probably. But we remained friends because I
Ain't
wasn't
no
interested
probably,
in that
Tanisha.
way. Well,
Ain't no
absolutely.
probably.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me ask you
Yeah.
this. And I think I would like to ask because I hear this and I think some women know this. Do
Okay.
you think that men that are not as attractive treat and beauty's in the eye of the beholder, obviously.
Mhm.
But I think that we can generalize people a lot of times who society views as beautiful, right?
Okay.
Do you think that men or women that date men that are unattractive, sometimes they date those men or they feel like those men treat them a whole lot better just because they are attractive?
Because
Do
they're
you think that?
okay, let me try I'm
So, like,
understanding.
if I'm an unattractive man, if I'm an unattractive man, anyway, I'm an unattractive man. I'm
Mhm.
dating you, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to put you up on a pedestal. I understand that you're attractive, and I feel like myself, I'm unattractive. You feel like I'm unattractive. I'm going to put you on a pedestal and put up with a lot more of your shit than a dude who has options or is deemed attractive. Do you think that that's accurate, or what's your thoughts on that? If that
Yeah,
makes
of
sense, what
course.
I just said.
I think I think it's twofold. So yes, I mean, I think that men are often, how can I say this? I don't want to say judged because that sounds negative, but judged by the women that they date. Therefore, if you're like a uglier dude, but you got a bad woman, Beyonce and Jay-Z, I'm just using them as an example. Everybody's like, damn, how did he pull Beyonce? Like, he must be great in some other ways. Like, you seem like you're more powerful. But I also think that in general, unattractive men, they're nicer because they have to be, because they don't have their looks to fall back on.
That's what I was saying. So from your experience, you have noticed that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got you. That's all I was. What I was trying. I wasn't trying to confirm it, which I was, but that's what I've heard. I've heard that dudes, and women do deal because they treat you like a princess. Not to say that you would talk to them any kind of way, but he'll put up with a lot more ish. Even taking on, if you're asking questions that I already answered, you can super chat them. You know what I'm saying? For those of you asking questions in the super chat, I'm not repeating anything. But yeah, I've heard stuff like that you're just willing to, like, I asked the guy on the show here before, like, he would deal with a woman that has 6 kids as long as she was bad. You know what I'm saying? So not, just because she's gorgeous and he may not feel like he's the most attractive, he'll put the kids through school and everything just for that. So that's why I was asking. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Sheesh.
Goodness. I've been on a date with someone before who said he was a sapiosexual, so attracted to intellect, right? Very like that connection. Yes. But then I asked him, I said, okay, so would you date a woman then who was very dense, like just no sort of mental anything if she was attractive? And he said, yeah. And I'm just like, well, how does that make sense? Like, you admire intellect, but if a woman looks good but has nothing else to offer, they would still be okay with that.
I don't. Maybe he might not have known what it meant at the end of the day. He probably thought it sounded good to you.
Meant. Maybe he was trying to tell me what I wanted to hear. Yes.
Got you. So I take it that looks plays a. You're not exactly a sapiosexual, I'm assuming, because looks do play a part because you tried it or whatever. Even though he was a nice guy, they were a nice guy, right?
I am a sapiosexual. Hold on, wait a second. I'm attracted to intellect, but that isn't to say that if someone was butt ugly, in my opinion, I would date them just because they have intellect. That also doesn't mean that because someone is super attractive that I would date them as well. If someone was really attractive but dense mentally, I would not date them.
It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know. Papa put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth them.